Okay, so I'm ready to start a business. And assuming I've done my homework on the mechanics of starting something, what, if anything, should I look for or expect from the community I'm launching in? On today's episode, we're talking about the value of my community and what it can do to help my company succeed. I'm Tom Rue, and this is Top of Mind. In her book, It Takes a Village and Other Lessons Children Teach Us, Hillary Clinton famously or infamously, based upon your politics, advocated for a society that assumes shared responsibility for raising children. The book became a New York Times bestseller and a conservative lightning rod to denounce what the right deemed as a nanny state intrusion on family. For me, the value proposition of the book really boiled down to the societal benefit of raising socially balanced children with the necessary cognitive and academic skills to contribute to society. And that aspiration, it's not the exclusive virtue of the right or the left. So I've concluded that there is some value to the village, but in an emerging way that may be redefining what we expect from the communities in which we engage. As it relates to entrepreneurs considering where to start a company or how to engage the assistance of others, I see increasing value in a variety of forms of communities, such that I really believe communities are emerging as a form of, a form of currency in our economy. Now, I did say currency, as in value, as good as money, because in some communities, they're really providing direct economic benefit to entrepreneurs, but only to the ones capable of identifying, engaging, and leveraging these communities. Let me offer some evidence. In March, I attended the 5th annual gathering of the Global Entrepreneurship Congress in Rio de Janeiro. More than 2,000 people from over 130 countries attended the Congress and shared ideas, best practices, and assistance promoting an assortment of programs and resources and networks. And there, for everybody to see, for all to witness, was the activity that had genuine economic value, either as gifts of resources like the donation of 1,000 copies of the Startup Owner's Manual, to meetings with people that you wouldn't otherwise have access to in a million years. And whereas the research purists watching this would, I'll say rightfully so, suggest that one couldn't simply assert that economic benefit is directly caused by this global network, one can certainly observe a correlation. By virtue of many individuals coming together in a community of common interest and purpose, participants can extract value in obvious and sometimes less than obvious ways. Back in the United States, we launched a new experiential-based learning program for aspiring entrepreneurs starting new firms called 1 Million Cups. We featured one MC last year on Top of Mind. The premise behind 1 Million Cups was really built from the notion that if we could have more conversations, presumably caffeinated over a cup of coffee, we can encourage and assist more individuals to start firms by sharing the knowledge and experiences of others. The program really just became a platform for community-based experiential learning for the aspiring entrepreneurs who present every Wednesday morning. The program features founders of 2 startups who get 6 minutes each to present a company overview, and that's followed by roughly 20 minutes of Q&A from the audience. An audience which now boasts more than 200 plus weekly in Kansas City alone and in 6 other cities. Invariably, each company gets to the question, how can the community help you? And for the entrepreneurs who have done their homework, namely they've attended, prior 1MCs, they can anticipate this question and they get a rare opportunity to ask a large group of people to sample my product, download my app, help me find office or warehouse space, help me find programmers, marketing professionals, or other employees that they might need. At the recent 1-year anniversary of the program, alumni got up on stage and they shared an update on their progress post 1 Million Cups. And participant after participant could point to the tangible benefits from the program by virtue of the 1MC community that engaged with them. A more recent book espousing the virtue of community or ecosystem is Brad Feld's Startup Communities, Building an Entrepreneurial Ecosystem in Your City. In the book, Feld identifies roles for people in the community. He calls them leaders and feeders. In his view of successful ecosystems, leaders, they're bona fide entrepreneurs, people that have genuinely been there, done that. And the feeders, well, they're the well-intended everybody else in the community who really has an interest in supporting and growing these communities. The existence of these communities, however, isn't always obvious. So that's why we recently deployed a new channel on our entrepreneurship.org website named Ideate Nation. Viewers may recall just a few weeks back we mentioned Ideate as a multimedia online journal focusing on the entrepreneurial ecosystems of cities around the country. The channel debuted with a look at the Iron City, better known as Pittsburgh. Stories, videos, and photos attempt to stitch together a tapestry of the vibrant community in Pittsburgh, partly to help its residents see what's happening among them, and partly to showcase great ideas that can be shared with other communities looking to promote similar activity. In an increasingly mobile world with lessening geographic constraints to starting and growing companies, we need to help entrepreneurs identify the communities that may best serve their needs. In so doing, communities will realize the economic benefit of supporting the activities and needs of founders who are working very hard to plant the seeds of economic growth in their community gardens.